Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We're at 40370 Southeast Cedar Creek here in Sandy, located up on the rooftop. And the vent in this case is actually on the outside, exposed on the side wall of the house, kind of the back right corner of the home as you face the front of the house from the street. It starts out as 3-inch ABS. And as we drop in here, I want to say it converts to cast iron. We're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Water right now is off, I believe, which we're going to leave it off for just a moment. We're coming in here at the tail end of a home inspection. Lots of water's been down the line. Plenty of pine needles falling into the vent here. You know, actually, would you mind turning the sink on? Thank you. We're actually going to get some water going. I got to get some of the pine needles cleared out of the way here. We're not quite at the 0 point yet here. Just look down, we got a little bit.
That's...
All right, we've moved out of the tank here. That vent is just, it's got too many turns in it. So we're gonna go through the inlet going backwards. Water is it currently running?
That's off.
Water is currently off, but I don't believe we've seen water actually travel through this inlet here from the, was it the kitchen sink?
Yep.
Yeah, so I don't believe we've seen water flow from the kitchen sink come into here yet. So that is either potentially leaking somewhere and or it could be tied into a different drainage system like a dry well or a gray water drain off system. Now my foot counter's glitched out here. Just understand this is about an 8-foot run from the tank back to the vent. Going into cast iron now. And this right here is the vertical. And that's going to be about as far as we can go there. That's where we start to go back into the house. And I have seen you've got some, it looks like ABS plastic down underneath the home. So we're kind of at the base of the vent right now. I don't want to go ramming through too many crazy turns here. Once you get through this spot, you're back into the crawl space at this point. So this is the entirety of the exterior line right here. It's very short. Anyway, that's the hard turn there as the line starts to go upward toward the vent. It splits off though and goes into the crawl space. I don't believe you can even go up the vent even if you wanted to from this access point. You've got some amount of debris right here. Some of that is going to be from the camera and or just simply the debris from the trees falling down the vent. That'll flush out on its own with water flow. So this whole section here drains off bone dry. No offsets, no obstructions, nothing. Clean piece of pipe there that is functioning properly at this time. So as it relates to where the water's going from the kitchen sink, that's kind of an unknown right now. It may be very well tied into a different system. It's kind of hard to say.
I'm going to turn it on.
We're going to turn it on real quick here, and I'll show that with the camera. As we've had the kitchen sink running now for about a minute solid. It's a pretty short run. I mean, you're probably only talking about 35 feet or so, 40 feet of pipe that would have to traverse to get here. Generally speaking, you would expect to see water flow at this point if that were tied in that way. I did notice up at the top of the driveway, you've got some kind of green access panel, circular panel, it looks kind of like a small septic tank lid. So there may very well be some other type of drainage system here for gray water. But I don't see any water flow coming from the kitchen sink through here. It's bone dry. Okay, we're now going to turn on the bathroom water here. Just to verify that's tied in. If we don't see water flow from any of these fixtures, we know we've got some kind of problem. Stuff is escaping the line before it can get to this point, but we'll see here. Now, I can hear the toilet flush. Fire in the hole. The toilet is tied in there. Anyway, as it relates to the line itself, the main line itself, good flow to the tank here.
Is it coming?
Yep. That flowed through. Thanks, man. Kitchen sink's a different story, though. That one you may have to, may either require a plumber and or pull up records, see what kind of system this house has. The line itself, though, here has good flow, is in reasonable condition for its age, and is functioning properly at this time. Anyway, where we went through here, this tells you how short this run is. There's the inlet we just went into, and there's the vent. That's where we originally dropped down there from the roof. So you've only got maybe 8 feet, 10 feet of pipe here, and we went to where the line 90 to go upward. So we've seen it basically from both ends at this point.